Okay, so today what I'm going to show you is how to merge duplicates on Family Search. Okay, so this is on Family Search, and I just did a video on how to find temple work easily, and this merging duplicates will help you when you find those who have duplicates, because we don't want to do anyone's work twice, and we don't want a bunch of people out there more than once on the tree. It just makes a mess. So this is a good way to clean things up. So we're going to look first at this one. I went in, Edward Nichols, I was going to do his selling to parent, but it says, oh, wait a minute, there's duplicates. I'm like, okay, so I clicked on view duplicates, and I got, he has duplicates, dad has duplicates, mom has duplicates. Oh my goodness, there's duplicates on everybody. So I am going to view duplicates. I wanted to go in on dad because he's got work to be done and he's got dates, and so it looks pretty good. Mom has work to be done, no dates, doesn't look good. I don't want to do that. So I'm going in on dad, and I just go view duplicates, and it brought me over to here, and it says, okay, here's William Nichols married to Hannah, and we think that this other William might be a duplicate. And I'm like, okay, I can look at that, and I've got places and I've got dates, so this is good. I should be able to tell if they're the same or not. Okay, warning. Once I hit review merge, it will take me to this page that always says warning, and it's okay. It is just warning you. The computer is not always smarter than you, and in merging duplicates, it's really not smarter than you. It has a criteria. It goes out and says these are people who might be duplicates. Might. It doesn't know for sure. You have to make that decision. They might. So you always want to go to continue merge, and it's not going to merge them until you actually get to the end and say merge. Okay, so don't worry about what you're doing. You're fine. Okay, and when it comes in here, it brings you to this first part where you scroll down and scroll down. But I hate this part because they're not lined up against each other, so you can't really tell unless you know a lot about this person. I don't know a lot about all these people. So like Edward and Jane are not the same person. If I come down here and say yes, continue, which means yes, I want to look at this more closely, please continue and line them up for me. So I hit that, and then it lines them straight across, so that when I get over here, the birth dates are straight across from each other, and everything's straight across from each other. So I could tell that here's William and William. Okay, this birth date, this is the side that's going to get thrown in the garbage can, that never gets dumped. You can go back and restore it, but we don't want it in the garbage can if it's better information. We want the better information on the side we're going to keep. Okay, I've got May 1759 in this small town. Over here, I've got the 1759, but this town, and the town's the same, exactly the same. I want the month with it. So I am going to hit the replace, and it will slide it over and replace this with the other information. Okay? So then again on death, same thing. Same place, same year, I've got a month. I want that month. So I'm going to hit replace. It's going to slide it over and put it right there. Okay? Right here I have Hannah. Hannah's a deer. Here, she has a date and a place, so her temple work can be done. Here, she has no date and place, so her temple work cannot be done. She is exactly the same person. Do you see that? Same numbers, same name, same person. So we want to make sure we take this side, even though she's exactly the same person, because this side is what has the marriage date, and this side does not. We want to keep that marriage date. So I'm going to hit replace, and it's going to stick it right over here so I have the whole thing. And so that is good. I want that. And then over on this side, we have parents here, and it has moved them over for me already. See how it says undo? I can take them back over, but I want to keep them. I didn't have any parents for him, and this says, oh, this is his parents. This is good. So this is good information. I want to keep it. So then I'm like, yeah, this is great. Continue. And it says, okay, why do you think these are the same? Because it wants a reasoning. Is all the information exactly the same? No, it wasn't exactly the same. One had a month, the other one didn't. One had the name of the place without the England part. The other one had the England part. It's not exactly the same, but it's mostly the same. And there might be some minor conflicts, but there's no big major conflicts in this. So I click almost all the time. Sometimes down here, this one down here that you can hardly see, that one is that there's very little information, but there's enough that you believe it is the same. Okay, and that would be like, I have the name of the dad, William John Henry, and this dad, William John Henry, and this dad has all this information, and this dad has nothing except for one child. but that one child is exactly the same as this William John Henry's child. They're the exact same kid. And this William John Henry has nothing else. There's no spouses attached to him. There's no other kids attached to him. There's no parents attached to him. It's just that. So yes, they're the same. It's William John Henry, same kid. It's the same. Those can be merged, and you have enough information to make that decision. Okay? So right here, I hit most vital information, and it will put it in the box for me. And now this is where it's actually going to merge it. At the very end, after you do that, that's where you hit merge, and it merges them. So then it's merged. Okay, let's look at a different one. This is Hannah Stearman, and she has duplicates. So I hit view duplicates, and I come over here. I'm like, okay, Hannah Stearman, and her duplicate is Anna Maria Wegg. What? Okay. My first response is, I want to hit not a match right there and just call it quits. But no, I don't want to, because Hannah can go by Anna or Ann. Stearman, or whatever, can be a maiden name. Wegg can be a previously married name. He died, and now she's getting remarried again. They could actually be the same person. So I do need to check it out and just make sure. These two are married to the same husband, James Henry Hone. Okay, so they are linked somehow. Okay, so remember, we got to look at it. The computer is not smarter than us this time. Usually, yes, but not this time. We need to check it out. Okay, so here we go. Here's our names lined right up against each other. We're still a little leery about those names. Okay, then I look at the birth. This one says 1842 in Birmingham, Warwickshire. This one's 1847 Knapton on Hill. Okay, two different towns, same county, two different towns. Years are not the same, but I get information off census records, which is not really highly accurate. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt. This might be, but the fact that these towns are different has got me leaning more and more towards that not a match side. Okay, let's look down at the spouses. James Henry Hone, both same spouses, both same kids. Oh, I need to do a little bit more looking. So I looked through the sources and see what I could see there. Like this marriage record, Maria J. Hone. Okay, let me tell you one thing that I noticed. The kids, 1875 and before, there's 3 children born. 6-year gap, and then 1 kid born about 1881. Okay, got that 6-year gap, which has me leaning towards the theory that Hannah was the first wife, and when she died, he married Anne Marie, and they had that baby. Okay, that's the theory that I'm pretty sure is it. And I'll show you how I got there, okay? So Maria J. Hone, at her wedding information, she said that her mom was Anne Maria Webb. Well, if Maria J. Hone, if my theory is accurate, she was a baby when Mom died. And Dad remarried by 1881, was remarried to Anne Maria, and who raised her, who was her mom her whole life. It was Anne Maria Webb, or Wegg, whichever. Okay? I looked in the 1871 and 1881 census records. 1871 census records has him married to Hannah, and she goes by Hannah. 1881, he's married to Anne M. Okay? So, with that, the big gap in the kids, I am almost 100% positive that Anne Marie is the second wife of James Hone. She's the stepmother to the children who were born before 1881. But she was, in all intents and purposes, their mother. And so she's not a match. We want to keep Hannah in there too. We want to sell him to both his wives and go not a match. Okay? One other thing that I'm going to show you real quick is this. Sometimes you need to watch these warnings at the very beginning. And this one says that there was these two had previously been merged. Now they're unmerged and restored. So there is something in here that made someone go, oh, no, they aren't the same. Oh my goodness, I oopsed. And they restored it. Okay? But they didn't fix it. They didn't fix the oopses in there that made it look like they were the same and separate those families. So we want to see for sure if that's what happened and if they really are an oops. And if they are, then we need to kind of fix it. And if they aren't, then we need to merge it. Okay, so we're going to check it out. So here we have Thomas Hone. And we've got sources for him, which is always nice. We want to hit yes, continue. So they will line them up. Okay, both Thomases have the same children. So, okay. And then I get here. So I looked at Arthur Thomas's stuff, and I had a really hard time deciding. So I went to Thomas's father, because Thomas was born about 1851, before 1851. So I want to know, in 1851, was this dad, in Barcheston, Warwickshire, England? So I look over here, and yeah, he died 1854, Barchester, Warwickshire, England. So that works. Except for when you look at his details, same dad. He was dead in 1854, and yet his little ghosty was around for the 1871, 81, and 91 census records. So I have two very different William Hones mixed together here. And both those William Hones had sons named Thomas Hone, born about the same time, but in very different areas. This is Warwickshire, this is Oxfordshire. So, and in fact, I think it was either William or Thomas. They had two 1881 census records attached to them. Had to be Thomas. William was dead. One of the Williams was dead. So, from the two different areas. One was a Barcheston 1881 census record, and the other one was from Atterbury in 1881 census record. So, this one is definitely not a match, but I would not mark that until I got them fixed. And then I would mark it not a match if you even had to by then, because once you fix them, they probably won't show up as a match again. Okay? So, that's it. That's all of it. If you have any questions or need help with anything, if you're in our ward, Teresa Versi or Sue Rose, we can help you. If you're not in our ward, please contact your family history consultant. If you don't have one of those, then the Family Search Center can help you. If you don't have one of those close by, then call the Family Search Hotline, the helpline, and they will be more than happy to help you. And there are also a lot of good videos on YouTube done by Family Search that can give you some more help on this. Okay, thank you.